Never, ever, 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 ever do that. When you are bringing home a foster dog, a dog you just adopted, a dog you got from wherever, never do that. Not sure if you saw the original, but that was a video of a woman who brought home a foster dog, and that is immediately how she introduced her dog to the foster dog that was in the crate in the car. And I'm not making this video so everyone can go leave mean comments on her video. She already has tons and tons and tons of comments on there. I want to use it as an educational purpose to show people what they absolutely should not do when bringing home a new dog. What really frustrated me was in the caption, she said, "Never doing this again, such a bad idea," kind of insinuating that it was the foster dog who was in the crate in the car's fault for all of that happening. And I cannot stitch it or duet it so you can watch the whole thing because those are turned off, but you can find it if you really want to. When you bring home a new dog, your dog or dogs should be absolutely separated from the new dog for at least several days, for up to a week or several weeks if needed. Under no circumstances should your dog ever be barking and lunging at a dog they've never met, especially a dog who just probably came from a shelter or a bad situation, who's confined in a crate and is feeling defensive. That is their only feeling in that moment. You are setting your dog, your foster dog, up for 100% failure in this situation. Foster dogs need time to decompress. They need time to be alone, to understand their surroundings, to calm down from being in a shelter, to just understand that they are safe. And someone bringing a dog home and a dog immediately in their face barking and lunging is absolutely the opposite of that. So this was all happening. The dog was lunging, they were growling at each other, showing teeth, and then the dog is let out of the crate and a fight essentially ensues. And that's not shocking that that happened because foster dogs are already on edge. When I bring a foster dog home, my dogs don't meet this dog for at least several days, for up to over a week. They are not interacting, they are not in the same room at all. The biggest problem with adoptions and fosters is that dogs are not introduced correctly and the adoption or the foster completely fails. And that's what happened in this situation. I'm pretty sure she returned the dog and said, "Never again am I doing this," but it wasn't the dog's fault at all. And most of the times when these things do fail, it is human error. That is the reason that they are failing. It's the person's fault. The other thing that really concerned me is there were children around, and if you're bringing home a new foster dog, your children should not be interacting anyway, but let alone introducing a new foster dog with that dog lunging at him and then there's two kids standing there. And again, maybe this woman didn't know, and that's why I'm making this video, to educate people on how to introduce dogs and just talk about it, because that was the exact opposite approach you should take. Separation is so key and so important for making these successful.